something that's kind of good for everybody and isn't this interesting? And I got some pretty interesting feedback. And then I went to this quality retreat, and I'm connecting this together with the big goal of what do we impact. Let's come up with a big goal to impact something that we put in place that improves the patient experience. That's the big deal now. Dollars and cents aside, improving the patient experience. So, number one, I propose that I have a proposal, and it is a no-cost, basically, proposal that has a lot of evidence basis. Tons of literature. It's not maybe it will, maybe it won't. Very clear-cut beneficial thing that we would institute here for basically the staff, employees, people that work here, train, develop, and that secondarily would positively impact the patient experience, meet one of the goals, and make everything better. And I'll talk about the wheres and whys and the proposal at the end. Let me talk about this concept first. Mindfulness. Start off. Oh, this doesn't work.
Is it turned off?
I don't know. Is there a way to turn it on or off?
On this side. Yeah. That's on.
Again, I took this course in mindfulness, which is a form of meditation. So the definition of mindfulness is interesting, very useful. It comes from Merriam-Webster. The practice of maintaining a non-judgmental, as in, it's not good or bad. It's not I like you or don't like you because of what you said or did. It's non-judgmental, state of heightened or complete awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, or experiences on a moment-to-moment basis. Okay? The key words here, non-judgmental, heightened complete awareness, as in focus, of everything on a moment-to-moment basis. In other words, what's going on right here with us in this room, with these smells, sounds, feelings, sensations, right? So, people will say, that's what we do, that's life, that's what we do. The answer is no, it's not what we do. So, the analogies. Take an example. You're washing the dishes by hand. I like to wash the dishes by hand. I don't like the dishwasher. The way our culture does it, we're washing the dishes, we're thinking about my daughter, I can't believe she got a C and such and such. The dog's barking, he needs to come in, my husband's been a jerk, whatever's going on. I'm late for my meeting, I can't believe, how am I going to do this and this and this tomorrow? I'm washing my hands and they're washing the dishes, getting it done. That's the experience, okay? Or even if it's less chaotic, the experience is, oh, I'm in a rush, I got to get these dishes done. The other experience of washing dishes by hand is to become completely absorbed in it. And you're hearing the water, you're feeling the warmth of the water over your hands, you're feeling the smooth surface of the dish, you're hearing the clinking, and you're noticing the light that's there, you feel your weight on your shoes, you feel the smooth surface and the wetness. It's a complete experience. And in fact, during that complete experience where you're completely focused, you don't have time to think about your daughter, your money, or the annoying dog, or your wife, or your husband, or your schedule for tomorrow. These other things like fear, anxiety, can't and don't intrude because you're in the moment, you're in the experience. Shopping at the grocery store. I'm late, I gotta go to a meeting, I'm running down the aisle. These people are in my way. Well, I'm going down the aisle and I'm looking at the panoply of colors. I'm feeling these bottles. I'm hearing the creaking of this cart. I'm noticing how hard this linoleum. I'm hearing the music. And look at these people. Look at it. I don't have time to go because I'm completely absorbed in this experience of shopping. And in fact, I slow some of my emotions down because it becomes more intense to focus. In a moment. Listening to this lecture. Oh, God, I got a meeting with Jerry in 20 minutes. I'm not prepared. I got a PowerPoint I got to do tomorrow. I haven't even worked on it. I'm supposed to go to the store. But I'm sort of listening to what he's saying. What does he want? But actually, I can feel the temperature in this room. I feel my feet in my shoes. I notice the doors open. I hear the keys. I notice that occasionally. He's got arms folded. You're doing this with your hands. You're worried about. I can feel it, smell it, and be completely absorbed. I know Christine's over here. I hear the hum of this machine. I can almost feel the texture looking at that because it's kind of soft. It's like a focused, intense experience. Trying to get 208 to take her pills, you're a nurse, you're like rushing in, I got tons of meds to give. Or you can focus, look at this, look at these beautiful you can absorb yourself into the experience. So again, the practice of maintaining not judgmental. You're not saying, oh, I like Graham, I don't like him. You're just experiencing the moment. You're not thinking, I hate washing dishes. You're just saying, oh, something I have to do and doing it. It's neither good nor bad, right? And complete awareness, and it's moment to moment. You're not anywhere else, you're there. Origins, all right, very quickly. Thought to have its origins, most people say 2,500 years ago, some Buddhist tradition. Actually, it's more than 3,500 years ago, part of Hindu meditation, Vedantism. Throughout history, ancient through modern, however, principles of mindfulness have been a part of every major religious tradition. It doesn't matter whether it's Buddhist or Christian or Catholic or Muslim. You know, the rosary, I'm a Catholic boy, people do the rosary. Now, I mention this because it does have religious origins, and non-Judeo-Christian religious origins, but it's in every tradition. And one of the downsides of trying to convince people how to live mindfulness is that you get very conservative people. So I have friends who are, I love these people, born again, very fundamental, who won't touch anything like this because it's the devil's work because it comes from Hinduism or something. You try to explain, I mean, it has nothing to do with God or Jesus or Buddha or anybody else. It's a frame of mind. If you take a world-class athlete who's in the zone, you read those books, In the Zone, that's mindfulness. That's intense mindfulness. It has nothing to do with this other stuff, political or otherwise. Modern. Skip to modern times. John Kabat-Zinn, you probably heard of. MBSR, Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction Program, University of Massachusetts, 79. He's a smart guy. Started off at MIT in 1970. He's a molecular biologist. Then his buddies say, hey, let's go to this lecture this evening. Some Zen missionary, Philip Catwell. He goes to this. He listens to meditation. He listens in particular to what this missionary says about the benefits in your personal life and your efficiency and your ability to focus and do your work as a result of mindful meditation. And he says, holy cow, this is it. And he stops the molecular biology and he completely switches all his activities to this. Devotes himself to meditation. And he's written a bunch of works. And so his modern work has launched a resurgence of interest in mindfulness. So why does anybody care? It's because practicing mindfulness improves both mental and physical health. Look at this. Supports, encourages attitudes not to contribute to a satisfied life, deal better with adversity, more meaningful connections with other people, reduce blood pressure, reduce stress, overcome depression, reduce anxiety disorders, and increase success in the workplace. Okay, I'm telling you, increase success, focus, efficiency in the workplace. Forget all the I feel better and I'm happier. Forget that. And my relationships are better. That all happens. So most of this has been in psychology now. Current therapy, they combine now cognitive therapy with mindfulness training that works a lot better. So do you care now? Obviously. Okay, so prove it. Well, suffice it to say there are huge bibliographies now. And, you know, Psychiatry, British Journal of Psychiatry, huge numbers of articles, well over 2,000 articles that support the benefit of mindfulness meditation and that kind of training on people's psyche in the field of psychology and psychiatry. Okay? That's one part. It's not smoke and mirrors. It's not hocus pocus. It's not maybe. It's very effective. It's very effective. So evidence is overwhelming. It works. It's cheap. It's effective. Proves all these nice things that we like to have: calm, clarity of thought, reduce anxiety. But the other thing that we discovered, in the workplace or at home, mindfulness improves efficiency, focus, and success in tasks. So, because of this, I mean, corporate America doesn't, do they care whether you're happy or not? I don't know. But they do care that it does this, improves efficiency, focus, success in tasks. It makes workers better at what they do. So who else do you think is interested? This is corporate America. Huge amounts of activity, money spent on corporate America at the highest levels, training their executives and their other people to practice mindfulness meditation. Very functional because they know it makes them better at what they do, regardless of what they do, whether they're sweeping the offices, whether they're doing high-level conference work. All these companies are involved, many, many companies. Corporate America is interested. From the conservative Goldman Sachs to, you know, Silicon Valley, they're all invested, they're interested, they do it in spades. This is a boardroom at two of the principals at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is all over it. They're the most conservative, all the way down to the touchy-feely Silicon Valley people. because they're state of the art, right? They're ahead of the curve. They're doing the latest and the greatest. Here's a quote from the San Francisco Examiner. In Silicon Valley, meditation is no fad, it can make your career. Who else is doing it? Military. The United States Marine Corps, whether you know it or not, is one of the most progressive, accepting, looking for new and different military entities on the planet. They're constantly looking at new stuff. They are embracing mindfulness and meditation like you wouldn't believe, because it reduces PTSD, it reduces the stress of their soldiers, it makes them better soldiers. I mean, they're better at what they do, they're happier with what they do, they're better at what they do. And they've done studies, this first study, 2011, Journal of Psychiatry. Suffice it to say they did this study. Those soldiers performed better, they had less PTSD, they had less stress, they were happier, they did it because they were trying to reduce the stress related to battlefield conditions, right? What they found was that at their soldiering, they were more efficient, more focused, slept better, everything. So now there's tons of research in the military. And now look, sport, it's been in sports for a long time. And they call it being in the zone, right? They teach themselves that being in the zone means to be mindful and definitely focused. Professional sports does it like mad. All the professional teams have mindfulness training. So a few misconceptions. People will think meditation, mindfulness, I mentioned one. Let's just go over a couple of things. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be special or super smart or anything. Anybody can do it. If you can think, you can practice and learn mindfulness. It doesn't require any particular religious, political, or philosophical affiliation. People have to get that out of their heads, okay? You can be atheist or whatever you want. You can use mindfulness to make your life better. Doesn't lead to apathy, complacency, and it can be self-taught somewhat. It's obviously helped to get people to help teach you, but it doesn't take a bunch of money or formal education, or it doesn't take a long time to learn. You don't need a quiet place, you don't have to wear an orange robe, you don't have to shave your head, right? Now, relationship to meditation, mindfulness is kind of meditation, a form of. Other examples, religious and secular, doing the rosary, right? I mean, your grandmother who knits, what do you think, why she gets so much? She's mindful and focused, okay? Goal of mindfulness meditation, to achieve a state of focused, attentive, calm, and relaxation while focusing on the moment. This must be done without judgment of the thoughts, feeling, and sensation. So there's a little thing you learn. It doesn't take long, but how you do it, and what's the subject? Well, I don't want to spend too much time on this. This is more for the brown bag. You notice the sensations, the emotions, the thoughts. You're not judgmental. You can use kind of a mantra. You can ahead of time to get yourself in the proper frame of mind. And then when your mind wanders off the moment into judgment, criticism, daydreams, or whatever, you redirect gently and without judgment back to the present and the focus. You learn it, you get good at it. It's just like practicing anything else. And it doesn't take years to learn. Start with daily meditation. I'm going to skip this. It's just integrate mindfulness into all you do. Now this is the cool thing. This is what people do now. I can throw the switch in my simple student, not an expert way, and choose to be mindful like right now, or I can choose not to be. So, you know what you do before you go into a meeting? Corporate American stuff, you're going into a tough meeting, we're talking lots of money that we may lose, or lots of yelling and screaming. You get yourself in that mindful state, you go into that meeting. The meeting is not stressful for you. You're dealing with whatever happens. The job you do in that meeting is better. But more, it just works overall. You can do it walking down the street, you can do it with horns blowing, you can do it on the battlefield. We've already talked about that. You can do it on a sports field. Expanding and moving forward. There are a number of mindfulness practices. You can read these various types of books. You can start today. Isn't that cool? This is from the brown bag. And it will be one of the most life-enriching initiatives you ever pursue. So now let's get down to the nitty-gritty and the reason for this meeting. The quality retreat, which I thought was pretty cool, taught me a few things I didn't really know. I mean, I know when Jerry and some of the others, and particularly the University of Utah guys talked, they said, isn't it cool because MHSC is now a turnaround organization, right? And you have a regional reputation for being a turnaround in a positive way. Come a long way, heading to good places. Isn't that cool? So I'm saying to you, leadership, yeah, that's cool, but you know what? In this environment of lots of chaos in medicine, because we're all like struggling, what do we do? There are lots of turnarounds, because everybody has to turn around. Either you die or you turn around, right? So it's good that we do this. It's not unique. It's not setting us apart, right? So we turn around, and the U of U has helped us do that, and some other entities, and then we're better, but we're like everybody else. Here's my suggestion to leadership here. I'm going to wait till you're done.
I was just texting Cindy because she said that Jerry won't be coming.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
My suggestion is this. You're already a turnaround organization, and that's cool and that's good, but a lot of people have to do that. Why not go to the next step, and go to the next step, which means turn around and then become innovative and unique. The next step. Become one of the innovators. Don't become follow the U of U and all these other places. Get there, get to a good level, and then go beyond. So you go to the U of U, and you go to QHR and these places to get help to turn around. So what I'm suggesting to you is to take this concept, implement it here, and go the next step. You implement it here, you make it happen with the employees and the staff here, it's not going to cost a freaking penny. Then what happens is you do it as a study. We talk to business school, University of Wyoming, maybe the psychology department. We put together a little study, introduce some metrics, measure metrics ahead of time, measure metrics after, down the road. You're going to see that things really get better, not just that it feels better, but look at this got better, and then the spillover, that got better, that got better. You can even publish it, make it a study. You put yourselves on the map, because you're unique, Then what happens? It's not the MHSC at that point coming to the U, going to males, going to Deaconess, going to QHR. It's the U of U coming to us saying, hey, what? This is so cool what you've done. Can you teach us how to do that? Right? Shoes on the other foot. Then you're not just regionally noticed, you can be nationally noticed. You can become a beta site for innovative things that, number one, make your staff here more efficient, better, happier, less complaining, more satisfied. That spills over into patient care. The patients have a better quality experience. That spills over into the community. That's what I'm suggesting you do here. You can make it a study sheet you can measure. So, the retreat talked about, one of the goals they talked about is the big goal of put together a program to positively impact the patient experience. Remember that big goal in the value thing? This is a perfect opportunity to do that. Perfect. You don't need consultants. You don't need fancy high-dollar outfits coming to town. So, your turnaround. And U's help you do that, and that's great. I'm from the U. I mean, but there's a lot of turnaround. So why not become innovative, go the next step, make yourself better, but set yourself apart from the pack. Set yourself, I mean, I don't know of any hospital in the country other than this plane tree concept down here. You know what plane tree is? Plane tree hospitals, Jerry probably knows. Years and years, I've been to a plane tree hospital. Years and years ago, unhappy person in California was wealthy, their family didn't get good care, so they developed this plane tree where they go in and they teach all the employees how to answer the phone, how to greet someone in the hall. You're sweeping out this office, you see them in the hall, you go, how are you doing? Are you lost? Can I help you with anything? Answer the phone. Hi, how you doing? Everything is taught. The rooms have nice curtains. It looks like home. It's that positive. They don't do overhead paging. They make it positive experience. This goes much further. So, do it in a study format. Now, whereas in the first phase of the turnaround, MHSC goes to the U of U, these other places for guidance. In the next phase, the U of U and others go to MHSC. They come to you. They come to you guys and say, this is so cool what you've done. I heard about it. I actually read that publication in the nursing journal or the medical journal or the whatever it is, or in the paper. Can you tell us how to do that? Put yourselves on the map. So, what are the immediate and practical benefits here? One, you're going to meet that goal, that value goal of improving the patient experience, because if the employees are taught mindfulness and they all practice it and they're reminded, automatically that patient experience gets better. You don't even have to do anything with the patients. It's just the interactions become altogether better. You can also add more and just actually go in and try to help them with mindfulness training, but that's not the point. What happens? Because this happens in corporate America and in businesses and in the military. You enhance employee morale. Would you like better employee morale? I mean, everybody, we're all human, right? It's hard working in medicine now. It's tough because there's so many demands. Do more with less. Irene, I want you to do more with less. Carrie, I want you to do more with less. Okay? Please, starting tomorrow. Oh, okay. Enhance employee efficiency. People get better at what they're doing. Give you any test. The psychologists have studied it, the business people have studied it. I don't care whether it's, okay, Dr. Brown, I want you to color green and red lines on all these pages and make them perfect and everything. If I do it mindfully, because I've been trained, it's a better product. We judge them with, this was the best one. Enhanced sense of employee well-being. People are happy at where they work, they like it. They're more relaxed. Reduce discord among employees. Have you ever seen any discord in this hospital or any other hospital? This hospital, I think, current day has less discord than most other hospitals. It used to have more, but it has less. Discord, oh, I'm mad at him, she's mad at me, and da-da-da. Remember the non-judgmental thing? Enhance employee gratitude towards leadership. It's huge. That's what happens. Silicon Valley is like, isn't that cool? They put us through a mindfulness training program. These guys spent the money to get trainers in it. Isn't that cool? I love this. I mean, my bonus is nice, and I like the coffee machine. It's nice. It's a Keurig. But this was really cool because I get along better with my wife, the husband. The dog and I get along better. I love doing the dishes now. Everything is better. And as a result of the above, improved patient satisfaction. That has to come, by the way. So, that's it. Now, having said